grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Good evening and welcome to Extreme Arena in Coralville, the home of the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Dar Danielson here alongside Joanna Settles on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy Company. I'm going to get things started here and then Daniel Versteeg's going to come up and join you. Not that I don't want to do the game with Joanna, but he had to do a radio game and he'll be coming up here. But we get to the 1A semifinals here. It'll be the number 2 seed Janesville against the number 3 seed North Tama. And what should be a pretty good matchup here tonight between these two.
It sure will. It's the battle of the freshmen. Both of the most outstanding hitters on either team. Sweeney for Janesville and Sicknick for North Tama are freshmen. So get ready for the youth to show their stuff.
Let's take a look at their road here to the championship. North Tama, 29-13, defeated Sydney in the quarterfinals, 3-0. Ewalt with the 15 kills, 7 digs. Then for Janesville, they defeated Gladbeck-Rhinebeck 3-1 in the quarters. Hayden Anderson, 25 digs, 10 kills, 2 aces for the Wildcats. They met twice. Janesville won both of them 2-1, but they were very tight matchups. And so it could be another interesting rematch here tonight.
It always is. Both teams are outstanding, and it's so exciting to be able to play here in the semifinals, and either team can pull it out today.
So let's take a break. You're watching the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a 5th-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We're excited to have you join us for the Girls State Volleyball Tournament.
As title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're proud to support this fantastic event. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that strong farms and strong schools go hand in hand. Iowa farmers are some of the most productive individuals in our state, working endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food and sustain our communities. Student athletes are also incredibly productive. dedicating countless hours to train and excel in their sports. Partnering with the Girls Union allows us to celebrate both groups while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is no small feat, and it takes a strong support system. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we're able to honor students for their outstanding achievements, both on the court and in the classroom. They are committed to your success, helping provide awards, grants, and scholarships to honor excellence in athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have much to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing today or a fan cheering on your school, we all play a role in making our state shine. So from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck in the tournament games.
Welcome back to the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. As sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, the Iowa Farm Bureau believes in the Iowa girl and cultivating individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. By investing in Iowa's youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. So down to the final class here as we set up the state championship. Well, I guess we still have 2A over there trying to get it sorted out. Denver up 2-1 there, but in the third set leading a point by a point over Grundy Center. Well, it looks like they just tied it up. So that one's still to be decided before we get into the other 1A matchup here tonight. But these two teams, Janesville with the history of 5 state championships. It's been a while since they've been back to the title matchup here. And North Tama, we mentioned they played each other a couple times this year, but you talked about the freshmen, a couple key players here.
Yeah, so many key players, and I want to go back to court number 1, which is also being broadcast, and there have been 2 5-set matches back-to-back, which is why they're so far behind, and some wonderful victories and a lot of tears as you lose those 5-set matches.
And for Western Christian, Blake and I were talking about it, rare that they don't get, advance to the title lane. And at the end of that, both teams just collapsed at the end of that 5th set, and disbelief of what had happened on both sides there.
Disbelief and exhaustion. I mean, they just pour their hearts out, yes. So a great season for Coach Tammy Verbeek, and then even for Dyke New Hartford and Coach Diane Harms. It's not often that one of them is not in a championship match, and so just such competitiveness here in Coralville.
I talked with Coach Shelley Sorensen earlier. She's a little worried about this, North Tama team. They beat them twice, but she said they've been close matches, and down here things can swing quickly. A team gets on a run, and because it's so much more here. It could be the end of your season. It could be a chance to jump into the title match, so every point seems a little bigger sometimes.
It does, and you just always have to keep your composure. As you watch coaches, sometimes they just sit there, and some of that is just to non-verbally keep your team relaxed, keep them calm. All these teams do so many things well, but it's keeping your composure, staying settled, like you said. And so it's really about that serve and pass game. They have to serve well, serve tough, serve efficiently, and then on serve receive, you have to get that ball right to your setter, and then good things will happen.
And then knowing when to take a timeout, when not to. It's a big key of this sometimes, too, for those coaches, isn't it?
It sure is. It's a balance of always believing in your team and yet not letting it get too far out of reach. So the true answer to that is it depends. It depends, right? It could be 3 points. I was at the game. Pella was playing Denver, who's playing now, and I think it was 3-0. It was 3-0, and she called a timeout, Denver, and then it turned them around, right? So you just want something to switch the momentum back into your favor, and you'll about try anything.
Well, we're winding down here, and we're just about ready for the teams to come out for introductions to get this 1A semifinal started. And let's go to the PA announcer.
Featuring the North Tama Redhawks and the Janesville Wildcats. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to enjoy the game. It is now time to introduce the players and coaches in tonight's semifinal matchup. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the North Tama Redhawks, non-starters and assistant coaches. Number 1, Britton Blaine. Number 3, Eva Williams. Number 5, Jessica Morrison. Number 8, Madeline Kuchera. Number 10, Harper Roush. Number 14, Izzy Gropper. Number 15, Hayden Wilson. And number 17, Lily Sell. The assistant coaches, Carissa Cladovo and Brianna Sabetka. Now let's introduce the starters for the Redhawks. A 5'3" junior, number 6, Grace Dvorak. A 5'9" senior, number 7, Brooke Bradley. A 5'10" senior, number 9, Cruz Ewalt. A 5'9" senior, number 11, Kaylee Heller. A 5'9" junior, number 12, Kalia Even. A 5'10" freshman, number 13, Eleni Sicknicht. And the libero, a 5'2" senior, number 4, Addison Hochstetler. Head coach for the Redhawks is Channing Halstead. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the home team on the scoreboard, the Janesville Wildcats. Number 2, Caitlin Podysky. Number 5, Danica Brickman. Number 9, Maya Zwanziger. Number 11, Chanley Conan. Number 13, Elliot Reed. Number 15, Molly Cheeseman. Number 17, Haley Batten. The assistant coaches are Dana Powers, Katie Sweeney, Todd Bingen, Lily Hopple. Now let's meet the starters for the Wildcats. A 5'7" junior, number 1, Honor Hovenga. A 5'4" junior, number 7, Taya Pollock. A 5'8" junior, number 12, Hayden Anderson. A 5'8" senior, number 14, Kiki Smith. A 5'10" sophomore, number 19, Lauren Meany. A 6'2" freshman, number 20, Quinn Sweeney. And the libero, a 5'4" junior, number 3, Gracie Blaze. The head coach for the Wildcats is Shelley Sorensen. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the court for the introduction of our officials for tonight's match, as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Your R1, Jennifer Lewis. The R2, Casey Hoppy. And the line judges, Nikki O'Keefe and Ted Mosier. All right, volleyball fans, who's ready for state tournament volleyball?
Well, we certainly are, as we welcome you back to the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. We'd like to remind you Hy-Vee is a proud sponsor of the IGHSAU. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. And a special thanks to Dar Danielson for handling our pregame coverage today. I'm Daniel Versteg. We'll be joining you for the match along with Joanna Settles. And we got a good one with Janesville and North Tama, two teams that are very familiar to getting to the state tournament, but have not always been successful in getting to the championship match. So somebody's going to kind of break a little drought over the last few years anyway.
They will. Every team at this point on Wednesday of the state tournament are phenomenal teams. They have, every single one can go either way. We've seen 5-set matches all day today and so many points. This one's going to be a great win. We're so glad you're joining us.
Yeah, we can't wait for it. And in fact, we've had so many 5-set matches on the other court that the court that's normally supposed to be ahead of this one is way behind it. They're still finishing a 2A match. That 1A contest over there won't get started for probably another 25 minutes to a half an hour. So this is the first 1A match to get going, even though it was scheduled second.
Yes, and that's because of the Clear Creek Amana North Scott matchup that went 5 and 15-13 final, and then the Western Christian lost to Humboldt. So as we look here on our right in gold is Janesville. There's Hovinga, Anderson, Pollock, Blaze, Libero, Meany, Sweeney, and Smith.
And North Tama looks to counter. They swing it into the net right out of the get-go, and Janesville's on the board first.
Yes, and again, those starters for North Tama Redhawks are Ewald, Sicknicht, who will say her name a lot tonight, Heller, Gropper, Hochstetler, Even Bradley, and Dvorak.
Here they go toward the outside, and there's a swing from Ewald. We'll say her name a lot as well for North Tama. So many good weapons both ways offensively. This one comes from the right side even. Can't quite put it down. And here comes Janesville on the counter. Great diving play by Hochstetler, one of the better liberos in Class 1A. And it's sent down by Ewald. North Tama's on the board.
Well, one thing I noticed right away as I've been watching 5A, 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A, volleyball, I love it all, as do you, Daniel. But the sets are really high. These are slower tempo balls, which makes it easier for the defense to get there. So as an off-speed, off-tempo, there you see it right there, really can kind of shake up the defense. A nice push.
Yeah, it keeps them off balance for sure. Here is Smith down the sideline, and that will finally get to the floor. And we go back-to-back with points either way for Janesville and North Tama.
Yes, love the hustle plays right there. She about dove through the curtain. I don't even know if that's on the screen, but great hustle because every single point, every ball matters.
She would have gotten into one of the trophy pictures over there on that other court as this one pushed through. A nice job from Kaylee Heller. The setter takes things into her own hands. We're tied at 2. Neither side's been able to score on serve yet, as North Tama will go back there, and they'll also change their setter as part of this rotation. Kaylee Heller, one of the setters. Izzy Gropper, is back to serve and set for North Tama. This one's tipped and just finds the sideline. There's that big presence in the middle in Quinn Sweeney.
It is, and she's supposed to tip to those deep corners, and she found an inch that was there on the line. So a great position play, perfect placement is what they may be chanting on that one.
Here comes the serve. It'll be Molly Cheeseman for Janesville. Multiple serving specialists that the Wildcats use. This one tipped over, and a good get from Blaze. Powered down. Sweeney goes back-to-back for the Wildcats. Quinn Sweeney, she's listed in my roster as 6'4", just a presence in the middle. My goodness.
Wow. And a freshman.
Yes.
Again, this is freshman v. freshman. Yes, a big presence, but you can see her, again, she's already used the sideline. Look for her to mix things up.
And we get an ace serve right there from Molly Cheeseman. Ace serves are brought to you by Channel Seed, your local seed dealer. Visit channelseed.com today.
The other thing that's a lot of fun is what is the ace dance? What is the cheer? It's different for every team. Take notes, Daniel, because that's pretty fun.
Oh,
and they want to do a lot of run in a circle party is what they're doing out there.
Yeah, and Cheeseman's the one to do it. She had a few aces yesterday, I know, and in that win over Gladbrook-Rhinebeck. Here's the attack, just long from the outside as Anderson couldn't quite dial it in.
He had a nice call there by Addison Hochstetler. She knows that's out. She's running that deep middle defense, and even on the serve receive, I thought she had a really nice pass trying to start the offense for her team.
Serve comes from Ewalt. And Sweeney goes from the outside that time. Just missed the end line. North Tama gets one back.
Again, that's Hochstetler making wise decisions. And you see her playing in her white shirt. She's the libero. She's playing middle back. A lot of times, usually we see a libero playing left back. You can do either. It's your choice. There are a couple different things that go into that decision. But she is back there doing what she does well.
Yeah, she gets volleyballs up. That is her job, and she does it well. And Sweeney's job is to set up a big block. She does that well. Hayden Anderson involved. Janesville's up 2. And the Wildcats will have serve. This will be Anderson, the junior.
Yes, and we have to notice how great her hair looks.
Yes.
So much pink dye sold. Like, I don't think you can go to any store of these teams in the vicinity of where they are because they bought out all the pink dye.
I should have bought stock a few weeks ago. I didn't. I was late to the party on that. I don't know. Do you think I could pull off the pink hair? Or?
You know, the darker the hair, the less. If you're blonde, it really can pop. But
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of fun. You see tons of pink dye, the tips, all of it makes it a lot of fun. And the spray, or you could do the spray.
Yes. Yeah, there's so many options, so many ways to incorporate pink into your fashion sense. And that is going to be a 4th touch. I thought for a moment it might have touched the block, but Janesville goes up 4 with it.
Yes,
and it'll be a timeout. It'll be North Tama taking our first stoppage here in set number 1, down 4. We'll have more coming up in just a moment on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
We welcome you back to Coralville and Extreme Arena. You're watching live coverage of the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. With Joanna Settles, Daniel Versteeg with you. Boy, the Janesville Wildcats, they've rattled off a few runs now. They got 3 in a row a few points ago, got a couple back-to-back here. What are you liking from Janesville so far?
You know, when they get the ball to the middle, they're just doing a lot of good things. So great passing, great coverage. I think they're serving pretty tough. So they want to score as many as they can, even in this rotation.
Trying to get North Tama out of system. They do it just well. And there's that freshman we talked about in the pregame. Sicknick finds the floor.
She's inching close to 300 kills this season, something very few freshmen are able to do, let alone find themselves on a varsity court. But to come and dominate is pretty special.
And to play as many matches where you get to the state tournament as well, that's unbelievable. Lily Sell into that rotation on the outside, gets her first swing. That's powered through. And tip to the back corner. Beautiful court awareness. Dropper gets the point. And so North Tama trims it down to 2. That timeout from Coach Channing Halstead worked wonders for the Red Hawks.
You just have to try to slow down momentum and swing it back your way.
Oh, this is out of system and a free ball coming from Janesville. Oh, that just about found the sideline. Just out from Sweeney. North Tama's within 1. And this is what the Red Hawks want. They want to get Janesville out of system a bit. They did that well with Brooke Bradley the last few points. And here they come. Ooh, an overpass. Does get out of the net. Sweeney just out. No touch, and the Red Hawks tie it up.
That was a really nice swing. I liked her approach. I thought she might have caught the line on that one.
Bradley goes after Sweeney on the serve. That one's powered down. Hunter Avenga says, I want no more of that.
Good, and I really like how Pollock is using both pins, right? She went back to the right side to Sweeney and then all the way over just to keep the defense of the Red Hawks moving.
Serve will come from Gracie Blaze, the libero, to the back row. There's Sicknick just long on the swing, and Janesville goes up 2. The winner will take on either Dunkerton or St. Ansgar, and had that court been on schedule, we would have maybe had an idea who was winning that one. That one won't start for another 15 minutes or so at least. So we'll wait with you as Janesville goes to work. They go to the middle. That's Lauren Meany with her first swing of the night. Lily Sells, she's blocked. Both teams getting their front rows involved. They got to play that one in the corner. Back to Meany again. Tight to the net. And the setter across the net line. That is Gropper on the passing violation.
Yeah, when those balls are close to the net and you're the setter, it makes it really difficult to keep your feet in control and not going over or keep your hand out of the net. So the passes have to stay off the net like that one.
Set right, roll shot, and it falls. Sicknick uses some touch to drop one in.
Yeah, Lady did a nice job. That set was too far inside. She wanted to really pound it, so she had to adjust, and a nice job at just keeping it in play, and good things happen when you keep the ball in play.
And the serve will come from Sicknick once again after that tip kill. Meany pushes into the back corner. Knew that area would be vacated, and she capitalizes.
Yes, you can see the defense is in middle back, which is 6 in middle back, and the corners are open. Mm-hmm. They are wide open, and Sweeney and Meany have found them.
Pollock's back to serve. And a slide shot going to the right side, just wide from even. Janesville up 4. It'll be Pollock once again, who will control things from the back.
She will. I think they're a little stronger when she's in the back, because then she has 3 hitters.
Sell tools it down, and North Tama gets a big side out. Yeah, those are some of the hidden things that if you're not familiar with the sport of volleyball, you don't know, okay, if the setter's in the front row, that maybe poses some advantages for some teams. If they're in the back row, it's an advantage for different teams. Those are all the kind of pieces of the chessboard, I guess, if you will, that these coaches deal with.
They are, and we see both Janesville running a 5-1 offense with just Pollock being their only setter, and then North Tama is running a 6-2. They have both Heller and Gropper.
And they both do exceptionally well. There's the pass from Heller that time to find Sicknick for the kill in the back row. It looks like it'll be Hayden Wilson who will take over the serving for North Tama. Continue the serving, I should say. The first touch from Anderson, tipped over by Smith. Pushed out from Heller. An aggressive touch from the setter gives Janesville a side out. And it looks like Hunter Avengo will go back to serve. The junior floats one. Sicknick takes, going to the right side. And it's down. A nice swing from Kalia Even gets the Red Hawks back on the board.
A nice swing there, going high cross to that far side deep corner to put one away.
And Hatstetler will line up for the service. One of the best serving players in the state. Over 100 ace serves coming into the tournament. They're going all the way to Ewald. She's dug by Blaze. Janesville libero gets in on it. Anderson, Hatstetler keeps it up. Free ball coming for the Wildcats. Overpass. It's still alive.
Yes, this is our best volley of the night so far.
Oh, this is great. Here's the tip. Dropped it in right out of the middle. That's Brooke Bradley finally putting it to an end.
I like the speed and the faster tempo there with a shorter ball as they went quick to the middle for North Tama.
See if Hatstetler can dial in one of those patented ace serves. That was a good one on a line. Kiki Smith from the right side. She's so lethal with that lefty swing.
She is. When they set her in the middle, it looked like they were oversetting her, but she has that left hand, so it's really unique with her in the middle, and of course she goes over to the right side to do her work. And
this will be Maya Zwanzinger to serve for the Wildcats. Hatstetler got underneath it. The bump and tip from Ewalt missed wide. North Tama trails by 3. So Swanzinger will go back to serve. A sophomore, one of those kind of serving specialists that the Wildcats like to use in their rotation. This is played deep by Dvorak. Just long from Ewald. Missed the end line. Janesville dodges a bullet.
Yeah, Cruz Ewald, she hits a heavy ball. It's really good. She hit to the middle there, though. If she hits that over to the right, it gives her more court, and that ball would be a kill.
Here come the Redhawks. Need an answer. They get rejected. That was Anderson and Sweeney, and the Wildcats lead by 5.
Sweeney's presence is known on court number 2.
Yeah, you can't miss her. That is just a strong weapon that the Wildcats are so fortunate to have. Misplayed. Oh, well, great effort from North Tama. Overpass sent out by Ewald.
She can't believe it. She just can't believe it. Hochstetler just playing phenomenal defense. When you are middle back, you have to cover all the way to the right and all the way to the left. She's covering it out of bounds off of a touch. So just outstanding work by her to keep that ball in play.
Feels like there's 3 of her on the court. She's everywhere. Janesville overpass, got a joust going, and they reached over the net. North Tama's called for the touch over the net, so Janesville continues to build their lead. I believe it's at least 5 points in a row. What a run here for the Wildcats, and Zwanzinger has been serving up all of them, and now Channing Halstead, North Tama head coach, wants to talk with our second referee, and they just make sure what the call is for sure. And we'll go back to action. North Tama does still have a timeout to use if they so feel the need to. And they probably will here pretty soon. North Tama gets one over to Heller. Ewald has to adjust. Great recovery off the block. Tipped over. And they're going to call a 2-hit on the pass over the net. It's really the only way that can be called anymore. And Janesville's 4 away from a set 1 win.
Yes, that double. I didn't notice it myself, but we'll go with it.
I never do. I don't know how officials see it. It's so impressive. Second ball played right back over. Heller, good pass. Right on the pin for Ewald. Knocks Havenga to the floor. But the Wildcats are still in it. Second ball pushed through. Off the net and down. Sweeney keeps the Wildcats with their foot on the gas pedal. And North Tama needs a kind of a desperation substitution here. It's Jessica Morrison into the contest. And, of course, our substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Zwanzinger continuing the serve. She has just lived on the service line. As our second referee goes to say something to Shelly Sorensen, the head coach of the Wildcats. Here comes the serve. Mishandled. North Tama's gotten way out of system. This one's passed down the sideline. They had to touch it. Anderson, a big swing. Quick set. Tipped over. Diving play to Smith. Just out. No touch. And North Tama gets a massive side out.
Yes, I like the middle tip up over the block, and that's a big up over block because Sweeney just is such a tall block. You're not used to having to go that high. I like she almost dropped it in there to score for North Tama because they're trying to find any way that they can get points.
Well, North Tama, after a side out, elects to call a timeout. Their final of the set. We'll see if they can regroup and put a comeback together when we return on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back here to Extreme Arena in Coralville, you're watching live coverage of the 2025 Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. With Joanna Settles, Danny Versteg with you. So happy to be joining you from Extreme Arena in Coralville. It's the 4th straight year that this facility has hosted the greatest volleyball state tournament in the country. A little biased there, but we'll go with it. As North Tama calls a timeout after picking up a side out. So they are in control of serve. That's a bit unconventional. We don't normally see that very often, but Coach Channing Halstead's led North Tama to the state tournament a number of times. I'm not one to question her ways. She has been an outstanding coach. In fact, all of North Tama's state tournament appearances, 6 of them now, have come under her leadership. She's done such a fantastic job with this program. Janesville goes to work. Smith goes long. And the Redhawks keep it going out of the timeout.
Nice swing by the lefty. Couldn't quite get it in bounds.
So here comes the serve once again, and it is from Gropper. Over to Anderson, the tip. Good dig by Gropper. Going towards Sicknick. Tools it off the block. The Redhawks keep it rolling. So here is the serve once again from Gropper. Janesville could use a side out. Smith gets it there and tools it off the block for the kill.
A lot of balance in the offense for the Wildcats, going pin to pin, obviously going to the middle a lot with Sweeney and Meany, but a really nice job as she rotates out with Kiki Smith.
And Molly Cheeseman comes into the back row. Here's the back set, tipped over the block, and Janesville tries to answer. Anderson sends us to set point. Too strong for that block to handle. Hayden Anderson forces set point in the first.
And that was an out-of-system ball. They sent the first ball over to the setter, to Pollock, and then Gracie Blaze, she had to put up a really nice ball for the assist.
Good comeback from Sicknick, and North Tama's not done in set 1.
Not done. I don't know that Sicknick has gotten started much.
No. Yeah, it's really hard for her to get going. She does have 5 kills, but it doesn't feel like she's getting the frequency of swings that we'd expect. So.
And she's missed 2 that it shocked her. I watched her expression, and she was like, what? Those can't be out. So she wants more. She's hungry.
Sweeney just missed it. North Tama's still alive, and we go to set point number 3.
And even though it's set point for Janesville here, North Tama wants to continue to accumulate points and have some momentum to get ready to start set number 2 on fire.
Oh, that's a good way to build that momentum. Cruz Ewald drops the Channel Seed ace right on the spike line. They're within 5. I've seen some bigger comebacks just today in these volleyball matches. Here's a set. Sweeney, the tip. Oh, what a dig. Sweeney sends it back. Janesville, your winner in set 1 with a 25-19 edge. And the number 2 seed has the early advantage in this best of 5. Stay tuned. We will have plenty more of this final state semifinal on this court. Set 2 comes your way next on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/wecare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Well, set number 1 was finished well by Janesville as the Wildcats defeat the Red Hawks 25-19. Let's take a look at how we got there with our Sukup stats. And right away, North Tama, too many errors. They're even offensively, which is not a good sign.
They are, and they have to get higher than 0, obviously, right? 156, neither team hitting exceptionally well. So let's go back to the passing. Are the passers on serve receive getting the ball to their setter so that they can take a good approach and really hit the ball hard? Let's also look at the stats between our two freshmen. Sicknick for North Tama has 5 kills, and Quinn Sweeney for Janesville has 4. We'll keep an eye on that matchup.
And somebody would say, too, okay, Janesville only has 2 aces. They can't really be serving all that hard, but you don't need to ace them just to get them out of serve receive and screw that up anyway.
Right. Anytime that you're serving tough and they can even pass the ball and it's behind the 10-foot line, which would be outside of the pink, if you will, on this court, that is a plus for you, which makes it harder for your setter, harder for your hitters, and harder to execute the offense.
So Janesville takes the first set by 6. They got a nice run and rode it all the way toward a set 1 win. Even after a little North Tama push at the end, they were able to hold true. And the Wildcats will look to try and take a 2-0 lead as, again, that other semifinal is just getting started. Dunkerton and St. Ansgar are about ready to play for the right to play the winner of this one in a state championship tomorrow. We've got all of our state championships decided except for Class 1A. And so North Tama will be serving first as the state's leader in ace serves. Addison Hatchstetler will go back to serve for the Red Hawks. Here we go. Set 2's underway. And nearly had an ace there. It's played right over the net. They go to Ewald, and she powers it down. North Tama starts set 2 strong.
Love the intensity of Cruz Ewald trying to get her team fired up for this set 2 win.
That's what you love out of a senior leader, multi-time all-state selection. And here comes Janesville, quickly over the middle. Meany dug up. We're going to the back row for Sicknick, trying to get her more involved. Smith dug up. Going to be tough to get it out of there. Oh, what a play out of the back row. Havenga. Anderson, we still keep going. Ewald tips it through. Pollock goes to Anderson. That is still up. We'll go on. The tip, and it's finally down from Lauren Meany, and the Wildcats win the marathon point.
Some great volleyball right there. What I love is that they're hitting the ball hard. There were a few tips in there, but they're hitting the ball hard and some great digs in the back row. This is great 1A volleyball.
I just love watching them go back and forth like that. Zwanziger, the serve. Here's the pass, roll shot. Oh, what a touch from Ewald to sneak one in the middle.
Way to mix it up. She's been hitting it so hard, and she wants to crush it every time. But just to have it make contact there with the palm of her hand and to drop one in a little off speed into the middle of the court once she has the defense pushed back, brilliant point.
A little top spin on top of it. It's beautiful. That's an ace just off the end line, missed long on the serve by Gropper. And we're starting the second set kind of like we started the first set, trading points.
Yes. I like the decision-making of Honor Havenga right there. She was middle back. The ball was coming to her, and she made that decision. You really have to know where the line is and where you are in comparison to make those wise decisions.
Big run up from Ewald and a bigger block. Snuffs it out. I have to adjust off the block here. Going to Anderson. Denied. What a block. And it fires up Sicknick and Bradley for the denial. And Ewald will go back to serve as North Tama makes a couple of changes with an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Oh, this one's misplayed. It's an ace serve for Cruz Ewald. And ace serves in today's match are, of course, brought to you by Channel Seed. Ewald is the second best acer on the team behind Hatstetler. And you can maybe argue one of the second best in the state when you trail that one, as Quinn Sweeney used the block well to drop one in for the kill.
It's always tough as a coach. How do you try to slow down Quinn Sweeney? Number one, you serve tough, try to make it so that they can't set the middle. But when they are setting the middle, do you send one blocker, two blocker, or three blockers? Those are all options. Right there were two blockers, and she hit around to drop one in. So both sides trying to play the chess match of trying to figure out how to slow the other one down, because once the ball gets to Quinn Sweeney, good things happen for the Wildcats.
Do you think growing 3 to 4 inches could be on that game plan as well?
You know,
that would help.
You can't teach height. You can teach a lot of things, but you can't teach height.
As much as you'd love to, yeah, that's not realistic, unfortunately. Here's Anderson with the serve for Janesville, trying to tie it up early. And a big run up, big swing from Sell. Oh, it's just sent right back by Sweeney. And there's that height helping out. She hardly had to jump to play that over. We are tied early in this second set. A crucial one here for North Tama. Want to try and avoid any chance at a sweep. Guarantee a few more sets going into the third. Tight pass, sent right back over, and there was a Wildcat in the net on that touch, and North Tama will take the lead on the side out.
That was Hovenga in the net.
Yeah, she tried the right idea, just trying to send it right back to her, but I think just kind of tied up on the way up or down.
And then on that play, you see the Redhawks, they're running the 6-2, so their setters are always coming from the back row, so they can never jump on those plays. It looks weird when a player looks like they're not trying. It's illegal for them to try on those plays. That's why you just have to stand there and try to do something defensively, and why you don't want your team to overpass.
Off the Sweeney kill, we have the serve from Gracie Blaze. Big block denied. It was Lauren Meany with honor of Enga. Wildcats take the early lead in set number 2 as they look to try and continue their strong run as of late. Tough pass. Good recovery by Meany. Oh, somebody needs that second ball. Doesn't get over the net on the third touch by Anderson. And North Tama sides them out.
Yeah, valiant effort by Hayden Anderson to try to back bump that over the net.
Serve will come from Sicknick. Yeah, it's a good one. Misplayed. Passed over the middle, sent through. Here comes the set. Going right, even, just missed the sideline. Janesville back on top.
Yeah, they tried to run the slide there with Kalia even, but the set was out to the right too far, and it's hard to adjust because you can't quite get out far enough. So she went line and it went wide right.
Oh, good read by Hatstetler. Lets that serve from Taya Pollock go out, and the Redhawks side it out, tied up at 7. And so that'll bring up Hayden Wilson to serve.
Yeah, number 4, the libero here for North Tama, Addison Hochstetler. She's a lot of fun to watch. She's just covering a lot of ground. It's enjoyable just to watch her movement and watch her read the hitters.
You can tell why she's been a 2-time player of the year in the Iowa Star Conference South Division as the Redhawks send that one out of play. Janesville goes up 1. I mentioned it a little bit yesterday with North Tama's match against Sydney, but Hatstetler's had some great times inside this arena in Coralville, not just as a volleyball player, but she's a girls wrestler for North Tama as well. She was a 5th place finisher at the state tournament last year, and now she finds Extreme Arena right at home in some of her biggest moments.
Yeah, it's fun to come back here when you're used to playing here, when you've been here, whether it's volleyball last year or for wrestling. It just does feel like home and a little home court advantage.
Janesville, after the North Tama side out, flips one over. And this is bumped toward the outside. Bradley couldn't get it down. Here's Anderson getting it through the back line. We're trading points.
Yeah, really nice pass there by libero Gracie Blaze, getting the ball right to Pollock so she can set up a perfect set to her hitter.
And here comes the serve from Maya Zwanziger, who rattled off a few points as part of that big lead that Janesville built. And the Red Hawks, I think that's a double touch. Yes, it is. That is called by Heller, and Janesville's the first to 10.
Yeah, usually you should be able to tell it was, right? Yes. It was not. It was kind of a dun-dun, left hand, right hand.
Yeah, when the spin is that aggressive, that's usually when you can tell. Tight pass, tip through. That's off the touch. North Tama gets a little setter kill from Kaylee Heller. That's what she was trying to do the last time, so it worked out that time. And here's Isabel Gropper, and there's that 6-2 rotation showing up again, the second setter that comes in the rotation for North Tama. Oh, and it leads to an ace serve for Isabel Gropper. Ace serves brought to you by Channel Seed.
We are tied up at 10 all.
Yeah, that's a big one there to even the ledger. Oh, somebody needs a second ball. It falls in. Back-to-back aces for Gropper. Potentially a huge swing of points for North Tama as they take the lead midway in the second. Quick set, and Sweeney drops one in for the Janesville kill.
She turned on that one nicely.
Yeah, she can get around on one. It is game over. She's got 8 kills already, and we've only played a set and a half to this point. Such an outstanding athlete for the Wildcats. Cheeseman rolls the top of the net. Roll shot, diving save by Blaze. The Red Hawks want to answer. Sicknick to the corner. Perfect spot to give the Red Hawks the lead.
Nice line shot. It looked like she was going cross. She came in. She went right down the line, and there was no defense to be found.
Cruz Ewald, outstanding senior, 2-time All-Stater, over 1,000 career kills, just misses long. And here we are at the midway point. It's 12-12 in set 2. We really have not decided much in this second set of play, but that was kind of the same thing in set number 1. And then Janesville rattled off 7 or 8 points right in a row to take a massive lead. There's an ace from Hayden Anderson and a little dance in the middle of the floor to celebrate a Channel Seed ace for the Wildcats.
Around they go.
Yeah, that's the celebration Janesville fans love to see. You probably want to get dizzy after seeing that too many times. They'll be all right with that. Quick set to Sweeney, the tip. Dropped it right in the middle of the defense. What great touch from Quinn Sweeney.
It is. That's wise to mix up her shots. She had just hit one hard. The defense was back in position, but that's why they call it the donut hole, because it was wide open.
Yeah, that was too perfect. And now we'll have a serve coming again from Anderson. Long pass. Right on the money to sell. And Janesville goes to Havenga into the corner, and it's down. The Wildcats go up 3. And that will lead us into a North Tama timeout. The Red Hawks got to talk things over. They're down 3, which after trading points feels like quite a bit. We'll step aside. We're back with more state tournament volleyball coverage in just a moment on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back to Extreme Arena, the Janesville Wildcats on a nice run after we traded points for quite a while. The Wildcats score 3 in a row to send us into our first timeout of set 2. With Joanna Settles, Daniel Versteg with you. We're pleased to be finishing off semifinal Wednesday with you on this court anyway. The other court will be done after us, assuming, this one goes the regulation distance anyway. Janesville will have Hayden Anderson continue her service off the Red Hawk timeout. Set goes towards Sicknick off the top of the tape. And Havengo with a power tip into the middle. Hackstetler's there for it. It is down. Finally, Lily Sell gets one to drop for the Red Hawks. North Tama gets a big side out. Brooke Bradley goes to the line. A senior right side hitter for North Tama, and here comes the set on the right side. That's off the net. Thought it might have got some hands, but Sweeney attacks it out.
Yeah, on this rotation, on this serve receive, they have her come out of the right side. And so she needs a pretty high set to get in the right spot. There she moved over to the middle, so they're moving her around.
And they utilize Avenga that time from the outside. Doesn't play there very often, but when she does, she's effective.
Well, Sweeney's keeping the left side blocker and the middle blocker real busy.
Yes, she is. Boy, again, doing an outstanding job. That one's tipped, and a Wildcat was called in the net. So North Tama sides it out. Yeah, this will be Sicknick. Eleni Sicknick, the freshman, having a tremendous season. That serve goes long for North Tama. The Wildcat lead is 2. And Taya Pollock, the setter, will take over the serving duties as well for Janesville in this part of the rotation. It's a nice serve, handled well. To the back row, into the net from Sicknick. Janesville's up 3.
A nice job of serving really tough by Taya Pollock to try to get these Red Hawks out of system and increase their 3-point lead.
Nice play, slide, going to even. And now they'll go back to the middle. This is Meany that time. Sell, good adjustment. Over to Smith, into the corner. We play on, they'll go into Sell again. She is denied, a huge block. It's Smith and Meany for the denial.
Wow, they both deserve credit on that block. I don't know who got it, but it was impressive.
I hope they gave each of them half a block on that one. That was a tremendous denial.
Well, on a double block, they both get credit.
Yes,
so it doesn't matter who
there
gets
we go.
it.
Yeah,
they both get it.
They both get a block. We'll take it. Here comes North Tama to the back row. And Janesville goes to Havenga. Kind of mistimed the swing a bit. We're covered, and Sell puts it to the floor for North Tama. So Lily Sell, after working so hard on one of those points to get a kill and not getting rewarded, is able to get one down from the outside there.
Hochstetler passing so well. Gropper putting up great balls, mixing up her sets, which is why North Tama is very much in this second set here, only down by 2.
Leah even takes advantage there, and yeah, their passing's been so clean. Janesville's just kind of stayed on up with pressure a little bit more. There's an overpass, and 2 Red Hawks go after it. They end up in the net. Janesville gets to 20.
Those are odd balls sometimes. They look like meatballs. They're so exciting, but you actually do have to call them because everybody wants that piece of the pie, and so they need to call that so only one goes to get it.
Gotta call dibs. That's the first rule. Off the block. Good. Get there by Pollock. And a free ball played over. Oh, it's not a free ball. It's a kill for Janesville. The Wildcats lead by 4, and that will send us into a North Tama timeout with the Wildcats 4 away from a stranglehold. 2-0 lead on this matchup. See if they can get it done when we return on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Janesville has the commanding lead in this set and is soon going to have a commanding lead on this match as we welcome you back to Extreme Arena in Coralville with Joanna Settles. Daniel Versteg with you. The Wildcats trying to secure a spot in the state championship match, something they have not been a part of since 2018 when they finished off 5 state titles in the span of 6 seasons from 2013 and then 2015 to 2018. From the outside, this is played up by Blaze. Going toward the outside, Anderson. Dug up, it's Ewald, flipping it over. Good swing. Can't be put down. Better dig, yeah, absolutely. Powered through the block. Ewald gets the Red Hawks back on track.
Nice volley. Great clean play from both sides of the net.
Yeah, this is what's the best part about the Wednesday of the state tournament. You get some of the state's best just showing their talents off. That was called in by one lines judge. They called it out on the far side, so they're going to say a service error will give Janesville the side out.
During that timeout, I did like how Janesville, they went to a couple different huddles, just like football players do, right? The tight ends have their huddle. Everybody has their huddle to go to. And Janesville, there was a blocking huddle. Like Meany and Smith were over there. They were going through some of the fundamentals of blocking just as a reminder. And there is reaping the benefits of the reminder there to Kiki Smith and Quinn Sweeney. Really press over, get those thumbs up to the sky, press over and keep scoring points for the Wildcats.
That is why you have a blocking huddle and a blocking conversation in your timeouts to get a point like that. The Wildcats are 2 away from a set win. Oh, this is really a tough angle for Ewald into the antenna, and it's set point Janesville.
Yes, defensively you have to shift because there's no way it can go to the back left corner on that. That was where the setter just shot it too far outside. We're game point.
Here comes North Tama. Got to get one back, and they do. That was what Ewald wanted to do last time. She gets a big kill for the Red Hawks. 2 teams who met up in the Iowa Star Conference Championship. Janesville won that best of 3, 2 sets to 1 back on October 18th, not too long ago. The Wildcats are looking to see if they can secure another win over North Tama. That is outside the antenna. Janesville wins set 2 by the same score they took set 1 by. And the Wildcats nearing sweep potential. They lead North Tama 2 sets to none going into a massive 3rd set. Stay tuned. We'll get that 3rd set started in just a couple of minutes here on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
Ladies, the bake sale's about to start. Are you ready?
We've got this.
Okay.
Oh, guys, he's here.
Quick Star delivery for Janet.
Bring it here.
Let's get this bake sale going. Yeah. Come on. Best bake sale ever.
Oh, yeah.
Let's dig in. SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Nothing matters more than our community and our patients.
So when flu season's here, I love that I get to help protect them.
When you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you can earn a 20-cent fuel saver.
Scheduling your flu shot appointment is quick and convenient.
Because you can just walk up when you're shopping or schedule an appointment, whichever works for you.
Allowing you to pick a time that's best for you and your family.
Keeping families and communities healthy feels good. Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy, get your flu shot, and earn a 20-cent fuel saver today.
Back here to Extreme Arena in Coralville. You're watching live coverage of the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy with Joanna Settles, Daniel Versteeg with you. We see how things have gone in 2 sets of play by taking a look at our Sioux Cup stats where, of course, right now Janesville's up 2-0, and they're doing so with a great presence up front. They're dominating the block match 5-1 in that category.
And it's just not one player. You think, oh, Sweeney's going to dominate this. But it's not just her. Amini's been outstanding. Smith has been outstanding. Yes. And so they're just doing a really nice job all the way around. I mean, Anderson, Hovinga, my goodness, and Pollock, of course, doing well. The libero, Gracie Blaze. Such a team effort, a balanced effort, that they don't have to put all of that pressure on Quinn Sweeney and expect her to do too much for her team.
Yeah, it's a big advantage, Janesville, in that department, and we'll see if that carries them into a sweep and a spot in the 1A championship match for the first time since 2018, or will it be North Tama staving off elimination a little bit longer, sending us to 4 and maybe even further than that? North Tama has never been in a state championship match in the program's history. This is the first time they've been in the semifinals when the state tournament's at Extreme Arena. The last time they were in the semifinal was the last year it was in Cedar Rapids. And Janesville will serve first to start this third set. Glad you're along with us here on the Girls Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. It is Janesville set to serve. To start the third, Maya Zwanzinger to open things up for the Wildcats, looking for the sweep in a semifinal matchup. And they somehow make something happen. How in the world did Kiki Smith get a good swing on that ball?
I don't know, but she put a little heat on there, and it was too tough for the Red Hawk defense. Right now, they just have to control the controllables. They have to take care of this first pass because their effort is there. You can see Hochstetler trying to get to every single ball she can, and Sicknick just pouring her heart out there on the court.
Yeah, she collided into the stanchion that held up the referee stand as that swing goes long from Smith. So she goes for a kill and an attacking error and breaks even to start the third. This will be Isabel Gropper, who is back to serve. She's able to serve up a few aces here at the state tournament. So you had, I think, 3 yesterday, if my memory serves me correctly. She's already got 1 here today.
It's a different spin with that lefty.
Yeah.
Lefties usually serve very efficiently.
Gropper toward the outside. Ewald, a great swing and a better dig by Blaze. Anderson gets it past Hochstetler, and Janesville is back on top.
I think it's the pink hair.
Yes.
Magic in that, I'm telling you. And she used like the whole box on her head. I love it. She's like, I'm all in. We are at state. I'm going all pink, all in, all everything. And there she is. Great swing, great kill.
That pink hair gives you superpowers, I'm convinced. Hochstetler takes the serve. Diving play to keep it alive. Great job from Gropper. And Sweeney lets the hammer drop. Janesville goes up 2.
Wow. That's what I have to say, Daniel.
What
wow.
a swing.
But I have to shout out the pass always, but Taya Pollock just giving it to Quinn Sweeney right where she wants it. Perfect timing, beautiful connection.
Red Hawks tip it, short corner. Good get there by Smith. Sweeney goes on the second ball. It's in the net. And Janesville scores. They're taking an early lead. That's not what North Tama needs, down 2-0.
Such a big presence by Quinn Sweeney, just really starting to take over this set and this match with her hitting, her blocking. It's making it difficult for the Red Hawks.
Down the sideline, great response. Cruz Ewald gets back on the board for North Tama. And for Ewald, that's just her 7th kill, as she is trying to take advantage of opportunities now and maybe trying to take control of this match on her own. See if she can have an answer for Quinn Sweeney's 11 kills from Janesville. Sweeney looking for number 12. Can't quite get it done. Now it's down. And it's Quinn Sweeney on the overpass.
There's one person that you don't want to overpass it to. It could be Quinn Sweeney. They would like to get that one back. J-stroke, I'm like angling for them. Yep. Keep it on your side because, my goodness, on the other side of things, that's sure a lot of fun for Quinn Sweeney to just put one down hard.
Yeah, overpasses to number 20. Do not come back as that serve goes in the net from Cheeseman. So North Tama does get a big side out, but it comes after maybe a momentum-shifting swing on the overpass by Sweeney just on the last point. And now Brooke Bradley will try and keep things rolling for North Tama. Low serve. Blaze gets to it. Sweeney had to pass a free ball that time. Tough pass. Got it there, though. They're going to the back set. And the block is still there. It's Anderson and Sweeney denying the right side kill.
Wow, I do like how Isabel Gropper went to the left side and then she came back. She went to the right side, but the set is so high. It's a slow tempo ball, so it's easy for the middles especially to get over and get a big block up.
Going to the outside. Dug into the net. Joust. And flipped back over by Sell. Quick set from Pollock. Smacked over. Hatch-Stetler the dig. Back set. And it's off the block. That one gets down from Sicknick. So North Tama's within 2. Janesville's up not just in the set, but they're up in the match. And not too far away from a state championship berth tomorrow night to conclude what will be just a tremendous day of volleyball. Tipped over just wide from Heller. She's the more aggressive of the two setters, of course, playing in the front row in that rotation, and just couldn't quite find the sideline. It's going to be Gracie Blaze, the junior libero, who's back to serve, and North Tama has the response. Just wide into that corner from Lily Sell. Janesville starting to build a bit of a lead. And the Wildcats, well, they might be able to start feeling it here. They are getting into a big lead, and a big block from Havenga. The solo denial on the tip try over the net. Janesville leads by 5.
That's one thing you're not used to. You're used to scoring on those points, not having it rejected and coming back at your face because you're not used to the size. All teams here at the state tournament are so tall, and usually you're just not used to that at so many positions. Again, most teams have one tall girl at middle maybe, but not two, especially here in 1A. So it's a lot to adjust to, and it's difficult. And the Red Hawks are having a hard time getting around both middles and the offense that they create.
Isabel Gropper is in now in this rotation, a bit of a different spot than what she's used to, normally playing in the back row. They're going to say, no, they did call a lift. Okay, I thought so. They pointed toward Janesville's way.
We were both dumbfounded there for a moment, but thank you for that correction. We agree.
I think we were all as dumbfounded as a few hundred people in this arena, but they did correct the call and point the right way, so that lift is called. And North Tama will have serve. So, yeah, Isabel Gropper is in as the server in the front row. They did check out Kaylee Heller a few points ago. As Hayden Wilson will serve. Here's the dump. Does get over. North Tama has to play it back. There's Meany just wide, a little underneath it, mistiming the swing. North Tama gets a crucial point back.
Yeah, good quick decision there by Sicknick.
And Wilson is back to serve, the junior. Set over the middle. That's a tip from Meany. Pushed right into the back corner. What a read from Isabel Gropper.
Those are so much fun. They're not a hard hit. They're a smart hit. Isabel Gropper scoring points for the Red Hawks.
I love watching aggressive setters that look to score themselves. They are so fun, so unpredictable. North Tama's got a couple good ones there. There's a kill off the block as Lauren Meany gets one back for Janesville.
And we have to say that North Tama is running that 6-2 offense, so you don't get to jump in the front row, so it's even harder, right? It's even harder to score a point because you're pushing to the corners deep without jumping and breaking the plane of the net.
North Tama makes another change, an IMT insurance substitution. Grace Dvorak is into the back row for Hayden Wilson. And they'll go right at Dvorak, but Sicknick takes the serve. It's Ewald. Got it over the block. Dug into the net. Couldn't quite get it over. North Tama is back in control of the serve. And there's Addison Hatchstetler back to serve. The two-time state qualifier in wrestling, part of this outstanding run of success North Tama has had at the state volleyball tournament. Two-time player of the year in the conference's South Division, the Iowa Star Conference. Of course, Janesville a part of that as well. And Cruz Ewald is able to drop one in. And North Tama's starting to chip away at that deficit.
They are. They're in this thing. They really want to try to get a set here. Ewald doing a nice job mixing up her hits and her tips.
Janesville gets out of system. The pass is tipped over. Set to the back row that time. Sicknick got it down. Kind of caught the Wildcats off guard. And North Tama's within one. A back row attack from Eleni Sicknick. Then a timeout called by Janesville as the Wildcat lead is trimmed to one. See how Janesville responds coming out of that timeout in just a moment on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena in Coralville, the site of the state volleyball tournament for 4 years running, and done an outstanding job with Joanna Settles, Daniel Versteg with you. We are the last match on this court as we conclude the third and penultimate day of the state volleyball tournament. State championships are tomorrow, starting with 5A, running down through 1A. State championships will be handed out all throughout the day. And we can't wait to see who will be crowned as queens of the volleyball court in the state of Iowa. And Janesville hoping it's them. Can't get it down, though. Great effort from North Tama. Now Smith leaves no doubt.
Wow, what a 1-2 punch. They tried out of the middle, and of course, Addison Hochstetler is there, but then Kiki Smith says this point is over.
What a swing. I love when those kills drop in front of the 10-foot line like that one did. Ewald, good recovery off that. Meany tips it, and it's going to get down. Not quite a great touch out of that back row that time. And Janesville's timeout is working wonders.
Yeah, Hochstetler was still coming forward. It didn't freeze on contact, which makes it hard when your momentum is taking you forward to come back and get that ball behind you. So nice placement there by Hayden Anderson.
Got an overpass. Smith takes advantage, rolls it off the net for the kill.
There's that tapes advantage. Sorry. Yes, those are, sometimes there's luck in this game as well.
Yeah, we talked about in a few matches that tape seems to change jersey color every now and then with whatever team is peppering it the most. That one's in the net, and it's going to fall. Janesville's on a roll. They've scored 4 in a row with Honor Avenga on the service line.
Yes, a 5-point lead is a lot. This is a crucial point here for North Tama to get a good pass and put a point away.
Yeah, you really want a side out if you're a Red Hawk fan. How in the world did Ewald get to that ball? This is going to be a Wildcat crossing the net line. North Tama does get a side out to get back into it.
Yeah, that was as much as Cruz Ewald could reach back and get it over and out. It was actually a pretty decent hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I almost feel like she's going to fall backwards on some of those. She's reaching back so far. It's impressive. Here's Anderson. Oh, Hatchstetler. This point's still alive. And it's over. Oh, they say it's outside the antenna. Oh, it got over the net. And our line judge said it did not cross in between the sticks.
Coach Halstead had her hands both on her head. She can't believe it. Addison Hochsteller can't believe it. They totally disagree. We can't go back to the monitors. There's no replay.
Nope.
We play on. That's frustrating, but a valiant effort defensively by Hochsteller.
The fact that that was even in contention is impressive in and of its own right. This is flipped over, and Janesville's got a chance to build to their lead. Anderson powers it down with authority, and the Wildcat lead is 6.
And the difference is there's so much offense in goal on the right and a ton of great defense on the left, but you want to be on offense a lot more, and that's why Janesville has the lead, up 17-11.
Swanzinger's been on the service line for some great runs. That's why. Drops in a channel seed ace serve for the Wildcats. Maya Swanzinger keeps Janesville rolling. 7 away from a semifinal sweep. North Tama needs an answer. They go to Sicknick to miss long. There was a touch, though. That saves the Red Hawk attack with Sicknick getting the kill.
There was barely a touch. That's a harder ball. It was set out to about 10 feet, and that's more difficult. They want to send it closer to the net, about 3 feet, so she can get some power on top of it. So it's just tougher and more impressive to score a point off of that set when it's off the net.
Janesville looking to make it a quick one and done for North Tama. Oh, a good free ball passed over the head there. That's in the net, and the recovery is not possible for Janesville. North Tama gets a point on serve.
I thought it was a block because it came back in Quinn Sweeney's face. Yeah. I thought it was a block in the face. It wasn't. It hit the net, and it took her to the ground.
This is a lobbing serve. Quick set. And Sweeney uses the block to her advantage. That's her 13th kill. Janesville looking to be the first to 20. Yeah, they can really taste that sweep now. Trying to see whether they'll get St. Ansgar or Dunkerton. That one still has yet to be determined. And for a little while will be TBD. Cross-court attack. Dumped over. Off the block. Janesville keeps it rolling, and Sweeney can't get it down yet. On the corner, Anderson puts it perfectly in its place.
She does some really nice defensive plays there by Isabel Gropper, number 14, for the Red Hawks, keeping that ball alive deep into that volley.
North Tama finally uses a timeout, down 7. Their backs are against the wall with the Wildcats 5 away from a state championship berth. Stick around, more state semifinal volleyballs coming up next on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
And we're back here to Extreme Arena in Coralville. You're watching live coverage of the state volleyball tournament on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. With Joanna Settles, I'm Daniel Versteg, as Janesville is 5 points away from a sweep and returning to the Class 1A state championship match for the first time since they won it in 2018. That was part of 5 state championship berths, state championships in 6 seasons for Janesville. Here comes the serve, and it will be Cheeseman. North Tama needs a side out. Tip it through, and Anderson able to swing freely. Janesville keeps it rolling.
They sure do. They've got to slow down and make a good pass. I feel like the passes have been pretty good, and just give their hitters a ball that they need. Sicknick has 10 kills so far. Ewalt has 8. They need more. They need a good ball here to try to put one away and get the side out.
Into the antenna from Sell. Janesville is on a tear. They are so close to that state championship berth.
They are, and the hitting percentage is a huge differential right now. North Tama only hitting .038, barely above neutral, and 247 is the hitting average right now for Janesville, but it is Wildcats
all the way. Molly Cheeseman, ace serve, brought to you by Channel Seed. And the Wildcats can feel it. 2 points away. Wicked serve. Set up. And blocked in play. It's match point, Janesville.
Great hit. Great attempt. All of that was textbook, but then the block was greater. The defense was greater than the offense right there. We're game point, set 3. Here comes the sweep, possibly on this point. This serve by Cheeseman. She tried to go for the ace.
And it's tooled off the block. Great job by Sicknick. North Tama's season continues. But now they need to go on the run of all runs to have it live past set 3. And it'll be Brooke Bradley to try and serve up a run. Here comes Janesville. Get a little out of system. Anderson. It won't hit the ground yet. Janesville's got a free ball. Sweeney wins it, and the Wildcats will head to the state championship for the first time since 2018. A dominant sweep of North Tama. And the Wildcats will play for it all tomorrow against either St. Ansgar or Dunkerton. This was utter domination today.
It sure was. Quinn Sweeney finishes with 14 kills. A lot of, she hit all over the court if you map it all out, but that one was just in dominant fashion, but it was great serving, tough serving, a great team effort, and Taya Polak just doing a great job of getting the ball to her hitters, and dominant offense by the Janesville Wildcats.
Let's go down to the floor for our public address announcer and the post-game presentation.
High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU are Aaron Gerlich and Ben Van Wyk. Congratulations to head coach Channing Halstead and the Red Hawks from North Tama on an outstanding 2025 volleyball season. And now we'd like to recognize today's quick star of the game, Taya Pollock from Janesville. This athlete's outstanding performance earns her the honor of advancing her team on the bracket to the championship match. Thanks to Quick Star for their support of the IGHSAU. Wildcat fans, your team advances to the championship and will play either St. Ansgar or Dunkerton on Thursday at 7 p.m. Fans, on behalf of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we thank you for your support and your attendance.
Well, the double-double from Taya Pollock is certainly worthy of the player of the game. 11 digs, 28 assists, and she was distributing it to anybody on the floor, making Janesville a really tough team to defend.
They are, and those 28 assists, that's in 3 sets. That's very impressive. So it was a lot of offense out of Janesville and some valiant defense from North Tama, Addison, Hochstetter. So impressive.
Yes, and unfortunately just a little short, but North Tama, they keep building. It's their 3rd semifinal appearance in school history as they fall short to Janesville, who's back in the state championship match for the first time since 2018. Still got to find out whether it'll be St. Ansgar or Dunkerton. Right now, St. Ansgar has a 2-0 lead on the Raiders. Of course, you can watch that contest. It's still going on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. And that's going to conclude action on this court for today here at Extreme Arena in Coralville. For the rest of our crew, for Joanna Settles, I'm Daniel Versteg. Thanks for watching the Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
It's Frank. Frank, Mr. Frank. I just want you to know, I think you're the best ever.
In your neighborhood, there's a place so good. It's so nice to be part of store meant for me. The feeling of family, you have to agree.
Wow, thanks, Fairy Frank.
Welcome to Fairway, your fairy family.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.